Shalom Akim, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Bashem, Kakadash, Rakatham, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles, Stone rule well. And this is it, man. There's always something else in the news that you always got to keep up with. So Facebook is floating that idea of changing the name. They're trying to change the brand. Yeah, so it's just looking hilarious, man. Esau always wants to create a new camouflage for his war agenda. All right. So, your man, oh Lord, you already know that Facebook is part of the war machine for Esau, man. You know, and that's what it is, man. So it's a tool for the elites to wage war against the people. All right, and Facebook shutting down and all that stuff that couldn't be accessed, folks couldn't get on WhatsApp or whatever. It's just what they do. Damage control. All right, and the Lord has already said that their own tongues shall fall upon themselves. All right, folks are so excited, to talk about the secrets that they've come across. All right. So with all the information that they've been gathering on people over the years, and they're able to use that information to create products and sell products to the people and manipulate people's mindset. It's just a big surprise to a lot of people, but to the man of the Lord, it's not a surprise, man. Same thing with Google too. Google has its own algorithm that they use to slant results in favor of these big corporations, and they go as far as using dirty tactics, to shadow ban videos, to alter, the perception of people, to make people forget, you know, and it's basically the whole agenda for mind control. It's all one big old psyop, all right? And it's a tool, of the elites to control the people's minds, all right? That's why it's important that a lot of people don't get attached to these social media platforms, all right? Because before the internet was, people were already using books and newspapers and radios. And you already see how the elites were trying to use that to mislead the people, you know. So it's very, very important, you stay grounded spiritually and don't get your hopes high, man, that things will turn for the better here in Babylon. So I'm going to get a quick precept from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13. All right, Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Jeremiah 13 and 23. And it reads as follows: Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Nope. So Esau's not, geared to do righteous deeds, man. His foundations are rooted in evil. It's rooted in being in enmity to righteousness. All right, and it's only going to be revealed fully, when these elites are willing to go over the people, roll over the people full steam. All right. So that's why it's very, very necessary, you stay aware and you stay circumspect. All right. It says, then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Oh. So all these plans that they always like to put on the news of being philanthropists and all that, giving money to startups, is all a front, because they've caused more damage, to the minds of the people. And it's only a matter of time, man. It's only a matter of time that the Lord sweep away Esau's rulership. And same thing with Twitter too. They're tools of the elites to undermine the progress of the people. To keep the people in check. If they have a leader of a foreign nation or so-called political opponent, these platforms can be used to mislead the people. You know, and that's how they're able to overpower. The will, the will of the people. Through false information. All right, sleight of hand and all. All right. So the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse, let me see, verse 13. It said, "Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he had made crooked?" All right. So it doesn't matter how much Esau tries to rebrand it himself, was going to paint himself as a savior, as a so-called leader. His job is just to destroy. That's what he's been set up to do. So no matter how hard, the media tries to, give Facebook airtime and have favorable words or talk about the drama of Facebook, it doesn't end well because it's all going down the drain. All right. It's going to serve its purpose, and the Lord will have to pull the plug on Babylon, and these elites will have to hide in their bunkers and wait for wait for the spiritual marshals of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai to come shackle them up and get them ready for captivity. All right. So the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21 says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." All right, and that's all you're gonna see about these platforms, man. These major platforms, Facebook, Twitter, it's all tools of the elite. Instagram, the same thing too. To keep tabs on the people because they want to be aware of what people have been up to, right? And they're upset that people are using encrypted platforms to communicate. So they want to get control over platforms that people are using to communicate, and it's just upsetting that they're so power drunk. So it's only a matter of time, man, that the whole house of cards come tumbling down, all right? So the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10 says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness." So never have to, turn your back around and think that Facebook is up to any major good. Their job is not to promote health for the well-being of mankind. You see what they did, concerning the facts about healthcare information that proves the agenda of the jab and how they came against it. They are doing the censoring of the people's postings on behalf of Big Pharma, on behalf of tyrants, you know. So just imagine, man, just imagine the damage they've already done to a lot of people. A lot of people have lost their lives due to the false narratives that Facebook has been pushing to the top of the list, you know. So it's only a matter of time, man, that the Lord will pull the plug on this place, man. That's exactly what we're looking forward to, all right? So, Sirach chapter 12, verse 11 now says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good and beware of him. Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. And that's what you find out, you know. These big tech companies, man, they're just fronts for the elites, to consolidate power, all right? And it's the bitter time, you know, that we're experiencing now. Those days of happiness are basically down the drain. Now reality is kicking in. All right, folks are worried about shipments of products for their businesses. Folks are worried about toilet paper. People are worried about gas prices. But gas prices going through the roof. So you can imagine people making minimum wage. How are they going to be able to afford enough gas to get to work, to and fro for the whole week? So it's disastrous. You know, so all that information that the people need access to is uh, how I say it's being mismanaged by corporations, by these tech companies, man. To push it out of sight and out of reach, so that the people will not catch up with what the elites are doing. And the media does the same thing too. All right, they don't put enough. They don't even put any funding that you think they need to. Any reasonable amount of funding into investigative journalism. They don't do that, all right, because it is not in their favor. To keep the people aware of how the government is doing things in their name. All right, so that's the point that I can. There's nothing major that Esau can accomplish anymore because the Lord is already exposing him. So that's the point that I can. Baratazar, we continue to stay circumspect in the name of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai. Shalom.